Thank you for coming with me today. This is one of my very favorite yoga flows that I've adapted over time. I've added some things and taken a lot of different things out. It just kind of evolved based on what most of us need in our everyday living and in our exercise regime. We're focusing on stretching every muscle in the body. I'm going to be talking us through each pose, probably explaining the why and the modifications. Not everyone can straighten their knees. It's always okay to have a bend in your knees. Not everyone can hold a plank or a chaturanga or even an up dog or down dog. That's okay. There's always modifications. At any given time that you're tired, always just go down into child's pose or just go to in a down dog position. So we're just starting in the front of our mat. One of my go-to stretches that you can do as a standalone stretch or before any workout or even after a workout. We're just starting in that flow. So starting in your mountain position, weight and balance in the arch of your feet. It's good to test your stabilizing muscles that hold us in place. So I always like to play around with my balance just a little bit. And then we want to make sure your shoulders are down away from your ears. And I like to just stretch my fingers as well, because sometimes depending on what you do in your everyday life, your hands get sore. Some people have arthritis or even carpal tunnel from doing things over and over and over. So I like to just really stretch my fingers as well. Stretch them wide and then just close your eyes and just focus on your whole body. Where are you tight? What areas are you needing to work on? And then we're also going to focus on our breathing. It's really important to breathe through yoga. Taking a deep cleansing breath through the nose, we're going to completely fill your lungs all the way up with air. And then exhale it all the way out, completely thrusting out every last bit of air. Deep breath in, completely filling your lungs. Exhale it all the way out. Deep breath in. On your exhale, we're just going to raise your arms up to the ceiling in upward salute. Biceps parallel to your ears, shoulders down away from your ears. Again, I like to just keep my fingers spread because it helps me to stretch my fingers. And then we're going to lean to the right as far as you can comfortably, stretching all the way up the left side. Back to the center and lean to the left. All the way up the right side, you can feel the stretch. Back to the center. And then we're going to lean backwards, open your chest into cactus. So you feel that stretch all the way up your sternum and into your back bend. Back to the center, and then just bring your hands together in a prayer, bring it to your heart. And then we're going to start to twist our spine. Bend your knees. So you want to be able to just see the tips of your toes. You don't want to lean too far forward and you don't want to lean too far back. And then we're twisting to the right. Twist as far as you can, but if you can reach your elbow onto your knee, that will help just twist your stretch a little bit deeper. We're twisting that thoracic T-spine area in your back. And we're holding for about 2 to 3 breaths. Back to the center. And then twist to the left. Hold for about 2 to 3 breaths. I'm gonna tell you how many breaths to take approximately, but your breath may be faster or slower than mine. So go ahead and breathe on your own. I just want to remind you to breathe. And back to the center. We're going to reach your hands all the way up to the ceiling in a chair pose. The weight and balance is still in your arch of your feet, so you can just lift your toes. And then our chest is facing forward, and it's like we're going to sit down in a chair. And when we reach our arms all the way up to the ceiling, we're just reaching back as far as we can. So it's easy to want to shift your weight to the front. We don't want to do that. We're going to keep our weight shifted right in the center of our body and try to force your arms up to the ceiling. We're activating every muscle in your body. Our blood is flowing from our fingers to our toes, and our heart is pumping. And deep breath in. On your exhale, we're reaching for your elbows, keeping your knees bent. We're going to fold in half. Let the weight of your upper body pull your spine into a stretch. We're just decompressing the vertebrae. Holding for about 2 to 3 breaths. And then as we start to rock side to side, we're straightening and bending each leg in ragdoll. This is a simple, yet one of my favorite stretches. We're using our movement to help release the things that are holding us tight. As you straighten and bend each knee, you can feel your hamstrings start to loosen, yet we're still letting the weight of our upper body pull our spine into a stretch. And straighten your legs as straight as you can. It's okay to have a slight bend in the knee, but we want to go as straight as you can, but we don't ever want to lock the knee. Locking your knee can sometimes be painful later on. And then I like to take the pressure of my palms on my shins, and then I can feel my spine just decompressing a little bit more, but don't lock your knee. Weight and balance is still in the arch of your feet. You can still lift your toes, and you want your back to be flat. About 2 to 3 breaths. Remember, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Then shift the weight to the front of the feet, holding in half. It's okay to have a bend in your knees if that's helpful. We just want to start feeling the stretch into our hamstrings and our glutes, but you're probably going to feel it in the low back sciatica area as well. And then I like to move around. When I move around, the movement helps to just release things, especially in the low back sciatica area. And you can have your feet closer together, shoulder width apart, however feels best. If you can't reach the mat, feel free to use a block, or you can be on your fingertips, or whatever works best for you. Best thing is we want to make sure that we don't force ourselves into the stretch. We only want to go as far as our body will allow it, and over time, it will release and will gain a little more flexibility. Deep breath in. On your exhale, we'll step wide and return to that half forward fold. That flat tabletop back, and then weight and balance still in the arch of your feet. Push your glutes and your hands to the wall behind you. And when you push farther back, you can really feel a deep stretch into your hamstrings and glutes. Hold for about 2 to 3 breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale it out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And then on your exhale, just walk your hands over to your right foot. Again, leg as straight as you can, but let's just not lock the knee. Go to where you feel comfortable. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're just gonna reach your right arms all the way up to the ceiling. So we're rolling your shoulder backwards, opening your chest. Just be aware of all the different areas in your body that you're feeling the stretch. Feeling it behind your scapula, until you possibly your obliques. And still into your glutes and hams. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your arms back to the center. And walk your hands all the way over to your left foot. Leg as straight as you can, but lock in the knee. Always just let your exhale just relax you a little farther into the stretch. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach your left fingers all the way up to the ceiling, rolling your shoulder backwards, opening your chest. Have full body awareness of where you're feeling the stretch. Maybe in the front of your left shoulder, your front delt, underneath your scapula. Where are you feeling tight? Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. And exhale, bring your arm back to the center. You're just going to bend your right knee. And we're stretching the inside of your left hamstring. Your left toes are facing the front and your right toes are facing the front. Deep breath in. Exhale back to the center. And bend your left knee. Right toes are facing the front, left are facing the front, stretching the inside. Deep breath in. And exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale back to the center, and then we're gonna walk your feet in as far as you feel comfortable to the mat, hip width. Bend down into a low squat position and just bring your hands together in prayer, and you can use the pressure of your elbows just to help push your hips open. This is great for tight hips. If you can't reach your heels onto the mat, just move around until you feel comfortable. Everyone has their sweet spot. Where you're feeling tight might be different where somebody else is feeling tight. So always move around to feel your comfortable spot. Don't forget to breathe. Cleansing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Then releasing, we're just bringing your palms to the mat and step back onto all fours. And inhale deeply and roll your spine all the way up to the ceiling in a cat. And hold your breath at the top. Exhale, roll your spine to cow. Inhale to cat. Exhale to cow. Inhale to cat. Exhale to cow. And one more. Inhale to cat. Hold your breath at the top. Exhale to cow. And roll your spine side to side in an S pattern. You can move in different directions. We're moving the spinal fluid between the vertebrae. This is very important for spine health. And it feels good. And just bring awareness to the areas that you're feeling good in this moving stretch. I can feel under my scapula, to my spine, even my sciatica area. Deep breath in. On your exhale, we're reaching your right arm out to the side and then thread the needle or dropping onto your right shoulder. And then reach your left arm straight out in front. And hold for 2 to 3 breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale back to the center. And bring your left arm straight out to the side. Thread the needle, drop down to your left shoulder. And then bring your right arm straight out in front. Two to 3 breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale back to the center. And then onto your toes, tuck under your toes, and we're gonna pull your hips up to a plank position. So in plank position, you wanna have a straight line from heel to shoulders. And you also wanna make sure to tuck under your tailbone. So that helps your whole body feel like a board. And then your wrist, elbows, and shoulders are stacked directly above each other. From plank position, we're going to lower to chaturanga. So if you can't hold a plank, feel free to drop down to your knees. Otherwise, from plank position, you can lower all the way down to your belly. Or in chaturanga, you can do a tricep push-up. Or to make it easier, move your toes forward and then bend your elbows. I'm going to do that again. So plank position, a tricep push-up, or you can move yourself forward and then bend down, and then shift your weight to an upward dog. So our upward dog, we're stretching all the way up the front of the sternum, but yet we're doing a back bend. So it's good for the front of the body, good for the back of the body, and just hold for about 2 to 3 breaths. And keep your neck nice and neutral where it feels good for you. We don't want to have strain on your trap. Deep breath in. Exhale, let's tuck under your toes and then pull your hips all the way up to a down dog. So you can pedal your heels, start to stretch your calves and Achilles. Press into the heels of your palms, reach your chest for the floor to get a overextended stretch on your shoulders. Anytime that you're feeling tired or your wrists hurt, you can always drop down to child's pose, or even just stay in down dog. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Under exhale, you can bend your knees and lower down to child's pose. I like to do feet together and knees apart. That way I can stretch open my hips, but sink a little farther to the mat so I can get a good stretch in my shoulders. And if you're having a tight triceps, if you had a really good arm day, bring your hands together in prayer and bring your hands behind your head. And you can hold child's pose how it feels best for you, and we're going to hold it for about 2 to 3 long breaths. And keeping your lower body in child's pose, we're going to walk your hands all the way over to the right. Again, stretching all the way up the left side. You can feel it from your side into your lats and your shoulders and your triceps, all the way up the body. Hold for about 2 to 3 breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale, walk to the center, and then just walk your hands all the way over to the left. As far as you can comfortably, stretching all the way up to the right side. Hold for about 2 to 3 breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale, you can walk your hands back to the center, and then you can walk your hands backwards so you're just up on your elbows, and then reach your right arms all the way up to the ceiling. Roll your shoulder backwards, opening your chest. And just be aware of where the stretch is feeling on your body. That didn't make sense. Wherever you can feel the stretch, pay attention to that on your body. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach your arms forward and bring it down. Left fingers all the way up to the ceiling, rolling your shoulder backwards, opening your chest. Again, where do you feel this stretch? I feel it behind my shoulders, under my scapula. Some people feel it in their obliques, in their low back and sciatica. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach your arms forward and bring it down. And coming up onto all fours, we're going back to your plank position. If you have issues with your wrists, you can stay on your knees. And if you don't want to do the vinyasa, you can just stay in down dog or in a child's pose. So up to plank position, straight line from heel to shoulders. Deep breath in. Exhale, shift your weight forward, lowering down to chaturanga or all the way to your belly. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, press to down dog. And you can paddle your heels. Press to the heels of your palms. Deep breath in. On your exhale, raise your right toes all the way to the ceiling in the 3-legged dog. And then inhale, bring your knee into your chest, lift your body up, and step forward. But we're going to a low lunge, so dropping your left knee. Always move around to find your comfortable spot. And then when you're in low lunge, reach your arms all the way up to the ceiling. And you can keep your fingers spread to stretch out your hands, or you can clasp them together and overextend your stretch. Hip flexor on the left side. You can go backwards, getting a back bend. Wherever you feel like you want to feel the stretch. This is a very adaptive flow. We're catering to your needs. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your palms down and then straighten your right leg into a half split. So you can point your toes and feel the stretch all the way up your shins, especially if you get shin splints if you're a runner or go on long walks. Or you can go heels down, toes up, and you can feel that from your calves and Achilles, the back of your knees, all the way up. And you can alternate if you're feeling both. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend your right knee, tuck under your left toes, and then pull your body up to a high lunge. And then pivot. Once you're up to your high lunge, engaging your lower body, reach your arms back up to the ceiling. So I'm reaching my left heel to the mat, and then I'm tucking my tailbone under and I'm pushing into the hip flexor on the left side still. I can see the tips of my toes, right knee is bent. You are using your stabilizing muscles. You need to balance in this position. You're strengthening your muscles. And you can move around to feel where you need that stretch. And deep breath in, don't forget your breathing. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your palms down and bring your left foot up into a standing split. So your left foot is like a paperweight. Reaching to the ceiling with your left toes will determine how good of a stretch you're getting on the back of your right leg. Weight and balance and arch your foot. You can still lift your toes. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, you can step your left foot back and then go back to your plank position. Get adjusted, move around to find your spot. Deep breath in. And lower down to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. And exhale, press to down dog. And you can paddle your heels. Push into the heels of your palms. Deep breath in. Exhale, raise your left toes. Inhale, bring your knee into your chest, raise your body, and then step forward. Drop your right knee to your low lunge. Adjust your wardrobe if you need to. And then whenever you're ready, reach your arms up to the ceiling. And then you can overextend your stretch. Or you can just reach for the ceiling. Lean back into a back bend. Adapting it to you. 2 to 3 breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your palms down and straighten your left leg. You can point your toes or heels down, toes up. Or alternate. Whatever feels best for you. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend your left knee. Tuck under your right toes. Pull your body up to a high lunge. And whenever you're ready, pivot. Engaging your lower body helps. You're reaching your right heel for the mat. And then I can still see the tips of my toes on my left leg. So knee is bent. Using your stabilizing muscles. You can feel yourself working at balancing. Tucking under your tailbone. You can keep your arms just raised to the ceiling in a high lunge, or if you want to overextend, probably playing a little bit more with your balance. Adjusting to what you need. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your palms down. Shift the weight to the front and raise your right toes. Weight and balance on the arch of your feet though. Stretching all the way up the left leg. Again, I like to say my right foot is like a paperweight. Weight assisted. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, you can step your right foot back and go back to your plank position. Whenever you're ready and you got yourself stabilized, shift the weight to your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, press to down dog. You can paddle your heels, good job. Press to the heels of your palms. Deep breath in. And exhale, you can bend your knees and lower back down to child's pose. You can catch your breath, lower your heart rate. This is a good time to take a drink of water. And hold child's pose for about 2 to 3 more breaths. And deep breath in. Exhale, come up to your palms. And we're gonna go through those poses one more time, but we're gonna go 1 breath per pose. So tuck under your toes, come back to your high plank. And you feel stabilized. Deep breath in. Exhale down to chaturanga. Inhale to up. Exhale, press to down dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, raise your right toes. Inhale, bring your knee in. Step forward, dropping your left knee to your low lunge. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your palms down, straightening your right leg. Heel down, toes up, or point your toes. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend your right knee. Come up to your high lunge. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your palms down and push up to a standing split. Weight and balance on the arch of your foot. Deep breath in. Exhale, step your left foot back and go back to your plank. And lower down to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, press to down dog. You can paddle that out. Deep breath in. Exhale, raise your left toes. Inhale, bring your knee in. Step forward, dropping your right knee to your low lunge. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your palms down, straightening your left foot. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend your left knee and come up to your high lunge. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your palms down and push up to a standing split. Right toes to the ceiling. Weight and balance in the arch of the left foot. Deep breath in. Exhale, step your right foot back and go back to your plank. And lower down to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, press to down dog. And you can pedal that out. Good job. And press to the heels of your palms. You can bend your knees. And you can hold your down dog. Or you can bend your knees and lower down to child's pose. Feet together, knees apart. And you can use this time to take a drink of water. Lower your heart rate, catch your breath. We'll hold for about 2 to 3 more long breaths. And deep breath in. Exhale, come back up to your palms. Back to your plank. Deep breath in. Exhale to chaturanga, all the way to your belly. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, press to down dog. You can pedal your heels. Press to the heels of your palms. Deep breath in. Under exhale, raise your right heel. And then bend your right knee. And we're going to twist open your hip. So your right knee is towards the ceiling. Let your foot just fall behind you. Deep breath in. Exhale, return your toes to a point. And then inhale, bring your knee to your chest. Raise your body, step forward, but this time dropping your left heel. Pivot up to a warrior one. So I can still see the tips of my toes on my right knee, bending right knee. My left foot is sideways, a little bit more of like a 90 degree, not quite sideways. My weight is shifted to the side of my foot. I can feel the stretch into my hip, so my left hip is open. My right hip is facing the front. So we're gonna face the front. Both hands up to the ceiling, and this is warrior one. Hold for about 2 breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale, open up to a warrior two so you can feel everything opening. Hold for about 2 breaths. Still see the tips of my toes. Right knee is bent. Fingertip to fingertip. I have my weight shifted on the outside of my left foot as well. So we're distributing our weight. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, right elbow to right knee and reaching all the way out in front of you, extended side angle. So we want to have a straight line from our left fingertips to the side of our left foot. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, come back to a warrior two. Still keeping that knee bent. If you're fatiguing, you can straighten it, but we want to try to keep that knee bent. Fingertip to fingertip. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, reverse warrior. Some people call it peaceful warrior. Reaching our right arm to the ceiling and my left fingers I'm reaching to the floor. Or you can bend it behind your back, or you can just place it on your left thigh. I like to reach to the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale back to warrior two. Your right quad might be burning. Let's push past the pain. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Still see the tips of your toes. Deep breath in. Exhale, straighten your right leg. And then we're going to pivot down to a side triangle. If you can't reach the mat, it is okay to have a block underneath you, and you can put your hand on your foot or even up farther on your shin. We just want to make sure that you feel like you're in a stabilized position, like I will show you on the block. So you can place your palm flat on the block. That makes me feel stabilized. Or you can even have it up higher. That helps. Or you can even have a slight bend in your knees, if that helps. We're stretching the whole inside of your right leg, but we want to feel stabilized. Reaching your left arm back, rolling your shoulder backwards, opening your chest, fingers to the ceiling. So you want to imagine yourself being between two panes of glass. You're in a straight line. Your neck should feel neutral. You don't want to have any strain on your neck. So if it feels better to face down, feels better to face up. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your left palm to the mat. And then we're pivoting your left toes so they're facing the front into a pyramid pose. So we're reaching our left heel to the mat. Right leg as straight as you can without locking the knee. It's okay to have a bend if that helps. Again, stretching the inside of the hamstring. Same muscle, different area of the muscle. We're unlocking everything that's holding us tight. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, you can bend your right knee, keep your left palm on the mat, and reach your right fingers all the way up to the ceiling. Again, rolling your shoulder backwards, opening your chest. Left leg is nice and straight. Right knee is at a 90-degree angle. Have your neck where it feels nice for you. I like to look up to my fingertips. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your right palm to the inside of your right foot. Well, this is a lizard pose, and there are several variations. You can just keep both palms on the mat, and you can keep your left leg raised parallel to the mat, or you can modify by dropping your left knee. And you can, if your hips are tight, you can take your right hand and press your right hip open. Whatever feels best for you. And if you feel like you want to go deeper into your stretch, you can sink down to your elbows. Wherever feels best for you. Hold for about 2 to 3 nice long breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, you can come back up to your palms and then just bring your right foot back to your plank. Or you can go to a child's pose or straight to a down dog. Deep breath in. Exhale down to chaturanga, or all the way to your belly. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale, press to down dog. And you can paddle your heels. Good job. Deep breath in. Exhale, raise your left heel. Bend your left knee, twisting open your hip. Let your foot fall behind you. Your left knee is facing the ceiling. Deep breath in. Exhale, return your toes to a point. Inhale, bring your knee into your chest. Step forward and then drop your right heel. Warrior one. Again, left knee facing forward. Your right hip is now open, but you can feel the stretch all the way into your hip flexors, down your quad. And then my foot is not all the way at a 90 degree. It's almost a 45 maybe, a bit of an angle. And I distribute my weight on the outside of my foot. And then distribute on the arches, the center of my foot on my left. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're opening up to warrior two. You can feel that open. Hold for about 2 to 3 breaths. Still see the tips of your toes, fingertip to fingertip. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, bring your left elbow to left knee. Extended side angle, so we're stretching from right fingertips to the side, outside of the right foot. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. On your exhale, you can come back to a warrior two. Still seeing the tips of your toes. Reverse warrior. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale back to warrior two. Your left quad is probably burning. Still seeing the tips of your toes. Push through the pain. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, you can straighten your left leg and then pivot down to your side triangle. Again, you can use your block if you want to stabilize yourself a little bit better. And you can have a slight bend in your knee, or you could place your hand on your foot or the top of your chin, wherever feels best. Imagine yourself between 2 panes of glass. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, you can bring your right palm to the mat. Pivot your right toes so they're facing the front. Into a pyramid pose. Left leg as straight as you can without locking the knee. And we're reaching your right heel for the floor. Your stance can be as wide or as narrow as it feels best for you. I tend to have a bit of a wide stance in my pyramid pose because it helps me feel stable. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale, you can bend your left knee. Keep your right palm on the mat. Left fingers up to the ceiling. Always move around to where you feel comfortable as you're holding the stretch. Rolling your shoulder backwards, opening your chest. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. On your exhale, bring your left palm to the inside of your left foot into your lizard pose. Again, this is a very adaptable pose. You can just stay on your palms, keeping your right leg covering the mat, or drop your right knee. And you can even press your left hip open if your hips are tight. Or if you want to sink deeper into your pose, you can drop down to your elbows. Hold for about 2 to 3 long breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale, come back up to your palms, and then just bring your left foot back to your plank. Lower down to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, press to down dog. And you can paddle your heels. Good job. Shake that off. And you can just keep paddling your heels, or you can bend your knees and just hold your down dog, or you can bend your knees and lower down to child's pose. Feet together, knees apart, relaxing your hips, reaching your arms all the way out in front of you. And you can take this time to get a drink of water, Slow down your breathing, lower your heart rate. Adjust your wardrobe. Maybe adjust your hair. And we'll hold your child's pose for about 2 to 3 more long breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale, you can come back up to your palms. We're going to go through those poses one more time, 1 breath per pose. We are getting muscle memory to kick in. So back to your plank. Always move around to find your comfortable position, and you can breathe on your own speed. I just want to remind you to breathe. Deep breath in. Exhale down to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, press to down dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, raise your right heel, bending your right knee, twisting, open your hip, let your foot fall behind you. Deep breath in. Exhale, return your toes to a point. Inhale, bring your knee in, step forward, dropping your left heel to a warrior 1. Open up to a warrior 2. Deep breath in. Right elbow to right knee, extended side angle. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten your right leg. And exhale, pivot down to your side triangle. Use your black, or place your hand on the mat, or your shin. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your left palm to the mat. Pivot your left toes to the face in the front to your pyramid pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend your right knee, left palm on the mat, right fingers up to the ceiling. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your right palm to the inside of your right foot into your lizard pose. And you can modify to how you see fit. Drop your left knee or press your hip open. Or sink down to your elbows. Deep breath in. Exhale, back up to your plank. Deep breath in. And exhale down to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, press to down dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, raise your left heel, bending your left knee, twisting open your hip, let your foot fall behind you. Deep breath in. Exhale, return your toes to a point. Inhale, bring your knee in, step forward, dropping your right heel to your warrior 1. Open up to warrior 2. Inhale, left elbow to left knee, extended side angle. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten your left leg, and then exhale, pivot down to your side triangle. Rolling your shoulder backwards, opening your chest. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your right palm to the mat. Pivot your right toes to their face in the front to your pyramid pose. Left leg as straight as you can. Don't lock the knee. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend your left knee. Keep your right palm on the mat. Left fingers up to the ceiling. Rolling your shoulder backwards. Opening your chest. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your left palm to the inside of your left foot. And you can modify by dropping your right knee or pushing your left hip open, or you can sink down to your elbows. Deep breath in. Exhale back up to your palms and left foot back to your plank. Deep breath in. Exhale down to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, press to down dog. And you can paddle that out. Good job. And shake that off. And press to the heels of your palms. Or you can bend your knees, reaching your heels to the floor. Or you can bend your knees and come down to your child's pose. Feet together, knees apart. And just slow down your breathing, lower your heart rate. Take a moment to take a drink of water. Adjust your wardrobe. I highly recommend hydration, especially if you're feeling warm. And just hold child's pose for about another 2 to 3 long breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale, you can come back up to your palms. And this time we're just going to tuck your toes under and pull your hips to a down dog. We'll start our cool down. We have a couple muscles we want to stretch yet. So we're really focusing on our calves and Achilles at the moment. So we want to just keep paddling our heels to the mat. If that feels too easy, reach your chest for the floor. We're overextending our shoulders, getting a good stretch there, but it helps to stretch the calves and Achilles. Deep breath in. Exhale, raise your right toes, heel, and then just drop your right foot back on your left heel. So you're straddling your left heel with your toes. And then take your right foot and just push your left heel for the floor. So you can really feel that deep stretch up your calf. And feel free to just keep paddling if that helps. If anybody ever has foot pain, you need to tell them to do this. Plantar fasciitis. Paddle, paddle, paddle. Really pressing your heel for the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale, raise your right toes to the ceiling in 3-legged dog. So your toes are as high up as you can get, and then continue to paddle your left heel. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, bring your right knee into your right elbow. And then exhale, return it to point. Inhale, bring your right knee into your left elbow. Exhale, return it to point. Inhale, bring your right knee into your right elbow, and then hold it there. Take your right foot across the mat into a pigeon pose. Now, depending on your knees, some people have arthritis in the knees, some people just can't get their knees across the mat. Just have your knee to where you're comfortable. If you want your foot all the way across the mat, that's okay. If you want it at more of a 45-degree angle, that's okay. Find yourself getting in your comfortable position. And then bend your left knee and reach back for your left foot. And we're going to stretch your left quadriceps. So if you can't reach your foot, you can grab your ankle. If you can't reach your foot or your ankle, you can take a towel or a band or something to wrap it around your foot, just to start getting the pull back of the quad. One of our most neglected muscles to stretch. forget your breathing. Long, deep breaths. And release your left foot. Then we're just gonna sink down low, get yourself comfortable, and try to just relax into the stretch. You can take a block if you want and just place your forehead on a block and relax. Or you can place your forehead on your hands. Or you can even place your forehead on your mat and reach your arms all the way out in front of you. Just slow down your breathing and lower your heart rate. Let your body start to cool down. And we'll just hold this pigeon pose for about 2 to 3 more breaths. But if this is very uncomfortable for you, go ahead and go into your down dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, come back up to your palms. And just tuck your left toes under and then pull your hips back to your down dog. And you can paddle that out. Deep breath in. Exhale, raise your left heel and then bring your left foot down on your right heel and really press that right heel to the floor. Deep stretch to the calves and Achilles. 'Tis the walking and running season. You can paddle it or just press it to the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale, raise your right toes all the way to the ceiling. Left toes all the way to the ceiling. 3-legged dog. And then paddle your right heel. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, bring your left knee into your left elbow. Exhale, return it to point. Inhale, bring your left knee into your right elbow. Exhale, return it to point. Inhale, bring your left knee into your left elbow. Hold it there, and then bring your foot across the mat to your pigeon. Again, if you want to cross all the way, or if you want a bit more of an angle, it's wherever it feels best for you in your stretch. Whenever you find your comfortable position, bend your right knee. Reach back and grab your right foot or your right ankle, or put a band around your foot. We want to stretch that right quadricep. Like me, I always have one side that's way tighter than the other. That is very common. Deep breath in. Exhale, releasing your right foot. Just sink down low into your relaxing pigeon pose. Again, you can place your forehead on a block, on your hands, or on the mat. Slow down your breathing, lower your heart rate. If this stretch is very uncomfortable for you, you can just go into a child's pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, you can come back up to your palms. If you prefer to hold this stretch as long as you like, you can just press pause in the video. It is a great stretch for a long hold. But we're gonna wrap your right leg around, finding an easy pose. If easy pose is very uncomfortable to sit in, you can place a blanket or a towel underneath your seat, or you can just bring your feet out in front of you, wherever you feel like you're relaxed. You just want to have your shoulders down away from your ears. Have a nice neutral spine. And you can move your head on your neck if you have any tension that you need to release. And we'll just take this time to slow down your breathing and lower your heart rate and get into a bit of a meditative state. Bring your feet together in a butterfly stretch. If your hips are very tight, you might need to keep your feet together out here. You want to keep your shoulders down away from your ears, but if you need to roll your spine down into a stretch, you can rock side to side. Or you can just sit and relax your hips open. And releasing your butterfly stretch, point your right toes. Bring your left foot up and over. Left arm behind you, and then right arm up and over. Pressure of your right elbow on your left knee, and twist your spine. Your neck should stay nice and neutral. You don't want to have any tension. And releasing, go back to that butterfly stretch one more time. You can just relax your hips open, shoulders down away from your ears, or you can lean forward, giving your low back, or you can rock side to side. And releasing your butterfly stretch, point your left toes, right foot up and over, right arm behind you, left arm up and over, pressure of your left elbow on your right knee, back to that thoracic twist. Neck should be nice and neutral where it feels nice, no tension. And releasing, bring your feet together, come to the front of your mat, make sure you have a yoga block placed close to you. It's okay if you don't have a yoga block, you don't necessarily need one, but we're gonna roll our spine, engage our core, and slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Put your hands on the mat and inhale and pull your hips to the ceiling into a bridge pose. We're focusing on a bit of a back bend, engaging our glutes and our hamstrings and our abs, pulling everything up to the ceiling. Hold for about 2 to 3 breaths. And then reaching for your yoga block, we're placing your yoga block underneath either the small of your low back or the top of your glutes. And you can place it on the short side, the flat side, or even the high side. You want to feel like you have a good, comfortable balance. You can use both blocks if that helps. So pointing your left toes, when you feel like you have a good balance, bend your right knee and pull your right knee into your chest. And you can move your knee outside or inside, wherever you feel like you need your stretch, but really give that a good pull. If you don't have a yoga block, that's okay. You can just lay on the mat and pull your knee in. And releasing, bring your right foot back. Point your right toes, left knee up to your chest. Give your left knee a good hug. You pull it out to the side or pull it to the inside, wherever you feel that stretch. Give it a good pull. And releasing, both feet back up. Bring your hips back up to your bridge. Hold for about 2 to 3 breaths. Really giving a good squeeze. If it helps, you can place your Hands clasped together under you. Thrust your hands and arms to the mat and really push up to the ceiling. And releasing, when you're all the way down to the mat, bring both knees up to your chest. Hugging both knees, you can just roll around, flatten your spine, like you're giving yourself a little mini back rub. And open up your knees and reach your arms in for your big toes or the outsides of your feet. And we're going to happy baby. So happy baby, you can straighten and bend each leg. We're flattening our spine to the mat. And you can pull your hips open. Just rock around and let yourself get comfortable. You're breathing nice and slow, heart rate low, your mind into a meditative state. You can hold happy baby as long as you like. Or you can release and bring your feet back down to the mat. And drop your feet down below you. And reach your arms above you. And pull your whole body into a full tug-of-war stretch. We're stretching every muscle in your body. And fill your lungs all the way up with air until you can't fill them anymore. Exhale it all the way out, thrusting out every last bit of air. Deep breath in, completely filling your lungs. Exhale it all the way out. Deep breath in. On your exhale, bring your hands down to your sides. Your palms can just face the mat. Deep breath in. On your exhale, you can slow down your breathing and lower your heart rate. Relaxing and releasing all of your muscles. Let your hands and feet just fall where they want. Deep breath in. Exhale, you can just hold your corpse pose. Stay into your final stage of relaxation. Let yourself just melt into your mat. Hold your corpse pose and tune me out. Staying into your relaxed and meditative state. pause the video. And let's just bring some awareness to our muscles. How do you feel? Maybe some of our muscles that we pushed to the limit, felt fatigue in the stretch, and pushed past the pain. And we released all the toxins that held us tight. We let our heart pump blood from our fingers to our toes. Our lungs took in oxygen and just helped our muscles relax into the stretch. Our muscle memory kicked in and we were able to go farther and deeper into the stretch our second rib. Our spine and back loosened and decompressed. We release tension into our neck. Bringing awareness into our body and moving our limbs and our fingers, toes. We're going to roll to your side. You can go right side or left side. Bring your knees up and just push yourself up into an easy pose or wherever you feel comfortable. And I want to thank you for coming to your mat today with me, and this is one of my favorite flows, and I hope you can see why, and I hope that you feel that this has helped you tomorrow in your everyday life, and you can feel that you have more strength and more flexibility. And namaste and God bless.